What if I told you that a simple quarter, sitting unnoticed in your drawer, could be worth thousands, or even more? Welcome to our channel, where we uncover the hidden treasures hiding in plain sight. In this video, we reveal the secrets behind some of the most valuable and rare Washington quarters that could turn your everyday change into serious cash. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that encapsulates one of the most pivotal moments in American history, a moment of bravery, resilience, and leadership that changed the course of a nation's future. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2021 Washington crossing the Delaware quarter. This coin isn't just a piece of currency, it's a commemorative token that tells the story of George Washington's daring maneuver across the icy Delaware River during the American Revolution, and its value today might just surprise you. The year 2021 marked the end of the America the Beautiful quarter series, and with it came a new design, the Washington crossing the Delaware quarter. This coin captures the bravery of George Washington and his troops as they crossed the frozen Delaware River on the night of December 25, 1776. This was a decisive moment in the American Revolution, one that turned the tide of the war and gave hope to the American forces at a time when victory seemed impossible. The coin's reverse design, which was created by artist Benjamin Sowards and sculpted by Michael Gaudioso, shows Washington leading his troops across the icy river in the dead of night. The stark coldness of the scene contrasts sharply with the determination of the soldiers, capturing the essence of Washington's courage and leadership. It's a stunning visual reminder of a daring act that played a crucial role in securing America's independence. The design shows the soldiers rowing a boat through the ice, with Washington's image etched in his bold and decisive leadership, symbolizing his ability to inspire his troops in the face of overwhelming odds. On the obverse of the coin, you'll find the iconic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan in 1932. This familiar image has graced U.S. quarters for nearly a century, and its inclusion on this commemorative coin serves as a tribute to Washington's lasting legacy as the first president of the United States. The design ties together the rich history of Washington's leadership with this specific, defining moment in the Revolution, a moment that helped pave the way for America's victory and ultimate independence. Minted at the Denver Mint, the 2021 Washington crossing the Delaware quarter has a composition of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, with a diameter of 24.3 millimeters and a weight of 5.67 grams. While the mintage of over 865 million coins might seem like a large number, the significance of this design, released for just 1 year, makes it a unique piece for collectors. A single year of issue means this coin is limited in its production, adding an element of rarity that increases its appeal for both history buffs and coin enthusiasts. The special design, combined with its connection to such a critical moment in U.S. history, sets it apart from the standard, everyday quarters in circulation. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin truly special: the value. While a standard, circulated 2021, Washington crossing the Delaware quarter may hold just its face value of 25 cents, there's one version of this coin that has grabbed the attention of collectors and investors alike. The value of a particular coin from this series has skyrocketed, with some of these coins selling for up to $19,000, but what makes this coin worth so much? It all comes down to its rarity, condition, and minting errors. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are highly sought after, and collectors pay a premium for those that have been well preserved. The 2021 Washington crossing the Delaware quarter's value is enhanced by its connection to a pivotal moment in American history. Coins that have been kept in mint condition, particularly those graded MS69 or higher, are considered rarities that can fetch substantial prices on the market. In addition to the condition, certain minting errors can drive up the value of this coin. Some of these quarters have been found with unique flaws or anomalies that set them apart from the rest. For instance, a coin with a die error or misalignment could become a prized collectible, raising the value significantly. Some coins even have subtle features, such as slight imprints or overlaps in the engraving, making them rare and highly desirable. These errors add another layer of appeal, as collectors are always on the lookout for that unique flaw or imperfection that makes a coin truly one of a kind. For a coin to reach a value of $19,000, it must meet several important criteria. Typically, it would need to be in near-perfect condition, graded highly by professional numismatists, and likely feature some rare or unusual minting error. The rarity and condition combine to create the high demand for this coin in the numismatic market. Coins with these characteristics are often featured in high-profile auctions and are sought after by passionate collectors willing to pay top dollar for such a historically significant piece. The 2021 Washington crossing the Delaware quarter is more than just currency, it's a symbol of a defining moment in American history, immortalized in a work of art that commemorates the courage of the Continental Army and the leadership of George Washington. As time goes on, coins like these gain in historical significance, and their value can skyrocket as more people recognize the story they tell and the rarity of the pieces themselves. So, while most of us may still be tossing quarters into tip jars or using them to make change, it's important to remember that some coins are far more than their face value. The 2021 Washington crossing the Delaware quarter is a perfect example of this, a coin that embodies a turning point in the American Revolution and could make you rich if you happen to hold the right version. Up next, we're diving into one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in American history, the 1995 USA $quarter-D coin. This coin may seem like just another quarter at first glance, but there's much more to it than meets the eye. While most quarters are worth just 25 cents, some of these coins have become highly sought after, and their value has skyrocketed. So, let's explore why this particular quarter is so special and what makes it one of the most coveted coins in the numismatic world. The 1995 quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932. This series, featuring the portrait of George Washington, is one of the longest-running and most iconic coin series in U.S. history. The 1995 coin, minted during the mid-90s, doesn't look too different from its predecessors in terms of design. The obverse of the coin features the iconic portrait of George Washington, created by John Flanagan in 1932, while the reverse displays the familiar eagle, symbolizing strength and freedom. However, while the design may seem familiar, the value of the 1995 quarter is anything but ordinary. What makes this coin truly special isn't just its age or design, but the rarity of specific versions with minting errors. Errors in the minting process can turn an otherwise standard coin into a valuable piece of numismatic history, and the 1995 quarter is no exception. One of the most well-known errors associated with the 1995 quarter is the double die variety. A double die occurs when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly during the minting process, causing a double impression of the design. This results in the lettering and features on the coin appearing to be doubled. On the 1995 quarter, this doubling is most noticeable on the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," where you can clearly see the duplications. These types of errors are rare, and the more prominent the doubling, the higher the coin's value. Additionally, some 1995 quarters exhibit other types of minting flaws, such as die cracks, off-center strikes, and misalignments. These small imperfections might seem insignificant at first, but to collectors, they're highly desirable because they make the coin unique. In fact, any error or flaw that deviates from the intended design can significantly increase the coin's worth. The rarer the error, the more valuable the coin becomes. Now, let's talk about the condition of the coin. While a standard 1995 quarter in circulated condition is worth only its face value of 25 cents, coins that are in excellent, uncirculated condition are worth far more. The grading system in coin collecting, where coins are assessed based on their physical condition, plays a crucial role in determining the value of a coin. Coins that are graded at MS67 or higher, meaning they're in near perfect or perfect condition, are especially valuable. Since many of the 1995 quarters in circulation were used and worn down, finding one in top-notch condition is rare. That rarity drives up the price, but here's where it gets really interesting. The combination of minting errors and pristine condition has created an opportunity for some of these 1995 quarters to fetch remarkable prices. In fact, the value of certain 1995 quarters has skyrocketed to astronomical figures. While most 1995 quarters are still worth just 25 cents, some error varieties in excellent condition have been known to sell for as much as $101,000. That's right, $101,000. This astounding price tag reflects the rarity of these particular coins, the high demand among collectors, and the unique appeal of owning a piece of American history. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for coins with errors or minting flaws because of their potential for significant profit. The 1995 quarter, with its distinctive double die errors and other anomalies, has proven to be a prime example of a coin that can transform from a simple 25-cent piece into a valuable treasure. So, how can you tell if your 1995 quarter is worth a small fortune? First, check for any visible minting errors. If you spot doubled lettering or other abnormalities, it could mean that you found one of these rare error varieties. Next, examine the condition of the coin. If it's in exceptional condition, free from scratches, dings, or heavy wear, it might be worth grading by a professional numismatist. Coins that are graded highly and in excellent condition tend to fetch the highest prices, but this coin's value isn't just about the price, it's about the connection to a moment in American history that has continued to inspire generations. The Washington Quarter series itself, with its consistent tribute to the first President of the United States, is deeply woven into the fabric of our nation's heritage. Each coin in the series, including the 1995 issue, serves as a reminder of the enduring legacy of George Washington and his pivotal role in shaping the nation's future. Now, as coin collectors and investors grow more aware of the potential value of these error-filled 1995 quarters, the market for such rare coins continues to grow. Even as more of these coins are discovered, the rarity and the condition of specific coins remain key factors that determine their value. Over time, more people are likely to recognize that their 1995 quarters may be worth far more than they ever imagined. As time moves on, the 1995 quarter will likely continue to captivate the imagination of collectors and investors. Its place in American history, combined with its potential for high value, makes it a unique and sought-after piece of currency. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting to dip your toes into the world of numismatics, this coin offers a fascinating glimpse into the intersection of history, art, and wealth. So, if you happen to come across a 1995 quarter, take a closer look. It could be more than just pocket change, it might just be the key to a significant financial windfall. Keep an eye out for those rare minting errors, and remember that in the world of coin collecting, a little knowledge and a keen eye can make all the difference. Next rare quarter. The 1989 USA $quarter D coin might appear to be just another coin in the vast world of US currency, but hidden beneath its familiar design lies a potential treasure that could change your financial future. While most quarters from this year are valued at their face value of 25 cents, there are some exceptionally rare and unique versions of the 1989 quarter that have caught the attention of collectors worldwide, and they are worth far more than you could imagine. So, what makes this particular quarter so intriguing, and why should you be on the lookout for one? Let's take a deeper dive into the history, design, and potential hidden treasures within the 1989 USA $quarter D coin. The Washington Quarter series, which the 1989 quarter is a part of, has been in circulation for decades, with its first appearance in 1932. This series, featuring the iconic portrait of George Washington, has become one of the most recognizable and enduring coin series in the United States. The design of the 1989 quarter is no exception. On the obverse, we see the timeless portrait of George Washington, created by John Flanagan in 1932, which remains virtually unchanged since its introduction. On the reverse, we see an eagle, an emblem of strength and freedom, that has been a staple of the series since its inception. So why does a seemingly ordinary 1989 quarter stand out from the rest? The answer lies in the intricacies of the minting process and the possibility of rare minting errors that can make certain coins far more valuable than others. Minting errors happen when something goes wrong during the production of the coin. These errors can result in coins with doubled features, off-center strikes, or other unusual imperfections, features that collectors love and will pay a premium for. For the 1989 quarter, a few key errors have been identified that can make these coins worth much more than you would expect. One of the most highly sought-after errors on the 1989 quarter is the double die variety. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly during the process, resulting in a double impression of the design. On the 1989 quarter, this doubling is most noticeable on the lettering, Liberty, and, In God We Trust, where you can see a distinct second impression. This error is especially prized by collectors because it's rare and unique. The more pronounced the doubling, the more valuable the coin becomes, making it a standout in any collection. Another potential error to look for on the 1989 quarter is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, resulting in part of the design being cut off or shifted to the edge of the coin. An off-center 1989 quarter can be an especially valuable find, as it creates a one-of-a-kind piece that is both visually striking and rare. Beyond errors, the overall condition of the coin plays a significant role in its value. Most 1989 quarters have been in circulation for decades, meaning they show signs of wear and tear. However, a quarter in excellent, uncirculated condition can be worth far more than a worn or heavily used one. Coins that are well preserved and show no signs of damage or scratches are highly sought after, especially by collectors looking to complete their portfolios with the highest quality specimens. For coins to be accurately valued in the numismatic world, they are graded based on their condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A coin that has been graded as MS67 or higher, meaning it is in near perfect or perfect condition, can demand a significantly higher price than one in average condition. Because the 1989 quarter was produced in high numbers and most were circulated heavily, finding one in exceptional condition is rare, and that rarity increases its value substantially. So, what does all this mean for the 1989 quarter, and why is it so valuable? While most 1989 quarters may still be in regular circulation and worth just 25 cents, those with unique minting errors or in pristine, uncirculated condition are highly prized in the coin collecting world. And when you consider the rarity of these errors, the potential value of a 1989 quarter increases exponentially. Now, here comes the big reveal. A 1989 USA $quarter-D coin, especially one with a minting error or in exceptional condition, can be worth a staggering $110,000. This amount may come as a surprise, but it's not unheard of in the world of rare coins. The combination of rarity, collector demand, and historical significance has driven the value of these coins to extraordinary heights. Collectors and investors alike are always on the lookout for rare coins with minting errors, and the 1989 quarter is a prime example of how a seemingly ordinary piece of currency can become an incredibly valuable collectible. If you happen to have a 1989 quarter in your collection or find one in your change, it's worth taking a closer look. Check for any visible minting errors, such as doubling in the lettering or an off-center strike. If the coin is in great condition, it could be worth sending it for professional grading to determine its value. You never know. What you thought was just another coin from the late 80s could turn out to be a rare treasure worth thousands of dollars. The 1989 USA $quarter-D coin is a perfect example of how rare and valuable coins can be hiding in plain sight. Whether it's due to minting errors or simply the condition of the coin, this quarter has captivated the attention of collectors and investors alike. The value of rare coins like the 1989 quarter proves that even the most ordinary items in your pocket can have extraordinary worth. Up next, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins from the late 20th century, the 1987 USA $quarter-P coin. You may have seen it in your pocket change, or perhaps you've overlooked it completely, but what if I told you that this seemingly ordinary quarter could be worth far more than you ever imagined? While most 1987 quarters are worth just 25 cents, certain versions of this coin, due to rare minting errors or exceptional condition, could fetch an astonishing price. Let's explore the incredible story behind this coin, its historical context, and why it's worth so much more than face value. The Washington Quarter series has been a staple of U.S. currency since its introduction in 1932. Over the years, the design has remained largely unchanged, with George Washington's portrait on the obverse side and an eagle on the reverse. The 1987 quarter is no exception, maintaining the signature features that have become iconic in American coinage. But, as with many coins, there's more to the story than just its design. The 1987 USA $quarter-P coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the P mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint has a long and rich history, producing billions of coins over the years. In 1987, the Mint produced a massive number of these quarters for circulation, making the 1987 quarter a common coin. But, as any experienced coin collector will tell you, the real value in a coin often lies in its rarity, condition, and the possibility of minting errors. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1987 quarter is the potential for rare minting errors. Minting errors can happen when something goes wrong during the coin's production, and when these errors occur, the result is often a coin that is much more valuable than its intended counterpart. For the 1987 quarter, there are several key errors to look out for that could significantly increase the coin's value. One of the most sought-after errors for the 1987 quarter is the double die variety. This happens when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly during the minting process, causing a second impression of the design to appear. On the 1987 quarter, this doubling is most noticeable on the lettering, especially on the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." If you inspect a 1987 quarter closely and notice that these inscriptions appear doubled, you might have a rare and valuable coin on your hands. Another minting error that can significantly increase the value of the 1987 quarter is an off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing part of the design to be cut off or shifted to the edge of the coin. Off-center strikes are considered highly collectible because they create a unique and visually striking appearance. If you happen to come across a 1987 quarter with an off-center strike, it could be worth much more than you expect. Beyond errors, the overall condition of the 1987 quarter plays a crucial role in determining its value. Most quarters that were minted in 1987 have been in circulation for decades, meaning they often show signs of wear. However, coins that have been well preserved and remain in uncirculated condition are highly sought after. An uncirculated 1987 quarter, with sharp, crisp details and minimal signs of wear, could fetch a premium price, especially if it has been carefully preserved over the years. The condition of a coin is evaluated through a grading system, and the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Coins in excellent condition are graded on a scale from MS60 to MS70, with MS70 being a perfect, flawless coin. A 1987 quarter in mint state condition, graded MS65 or higher, could be worth significantly more than a coin with signs of heavy wear. The rarity of finding such a coin in top condition makes it a prized possession for collectors. So, what is the value of a 1987 USA $quarter coin that has rare minting errors or is in pristine condition? Well, the value of this coin could be absolutely astounding. After taking into account the rarity of these minting errors, the demand for high-quality coins, and the collector appeal, a 1987 quarter in excellent condition or with a minting error could be worth a whopping $114,000. That's right, $114,000 for a coin that was originally worth just 25 cents. This stunning price tag reflects the rarity and desirability of the 1987 quarter in the world of coin collecting. With collectors constantly on the lookout for coins with unique errors or in impeccable condition, the value of rare coins like the 1987 quarter continues to rise. As with all valuable coins, finding one in top condition or with a minting error is a true treasure hunt, but if you're fortunate enough to discover such a coin, it could change your financial future. Now that you know just how valuable a 1987 USA $quarter coin can be, it's time to take a closer look at the quarters in your own collection or change jar. Inspect them carefully for any signs of minting errors or unusual wear. A double die or off-center strike could make all the difference in the value of your coin. If you do find one, be sure to get it professionally graded to determine its true worth. The 1987 quarter may have started out as a simple piece of currency, but with the right characteristics, it has transformed into one of the most valuable coins in American numismatics. Whether it's due to a rare minting error, exceptional condition, or simply being part of a limited supply, the 1987 USA $quarter coin is a true gem in the world of coin collecting. So, the next time you encounter a 1987 quarter, take a moment to inspect it closely. You never know, it might just be worth a small fortune. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible coin, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights into the world of rare coins and collectibles. You might just stumble upon your next big find. Up next, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable quarters in American numismatics, the 1966 USA $quarter with no mint mark. At first glance, this coin may seem like just another ordinary piece of currency, but for collectors, it holds the potential for something extraordinary. What makes this particular quarter stand out, and why could it be worth far more than its face value? Let's explore the incredible story behind the 1966 quarter, uncover its historical context, its design, the minting process, and discover why this coin is now one of the most sought-after treasures in the world of coin collecting. The Washington Quarter Series has been a cornerstone of U.S. coinage since 1932, honoring George Washington, the first President of the United States. Over the years, the design of the quarter has remained largely unchanged, with Washington's portrait on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. The 1966 quarter, however, is far from ordinary. What sets this coin apart is the absence of the mint mark, a feature that has made it one of the most intriguing and rare coins from the 20th century. To understand why the 1966 quarter is so special, it's important to first grasp the significance of mint marks on U.S. coins. Mint marks were introduced to indicate which U.S. mint facility produced the coin. Typically, the mint mark D signified coins minted at the Denver Mint, while the mint mark S indicated coins from the San Francisco Mint. The Philadelphia Mint, which was one of the earliest U.S. mint locations, usually did not use a mint mark. However, in 1965, a change occurred. Some quarters from that year and the following year, 1966, were struck without a mint mark, and this anomaly became the subject of much speculation and curiosity among collectors. The 1966 quarter, produced in large quantities by the Philadelphia Mint, should have had a mint mark to distinguish it from coins minted at other locations. However, certain quarters from this year were struck without any mint mark at all, creating a unique situation in the world of numismatics. While the 1966 quarters produced at the Denver Mint bore the D mint mark, and the ones produced at the San Francisco Mint had the S mint mark, the quarters from Philadelphia, lacking any mint mark, became rare and highly desirable for collectors seeking out these unusual varieties. This omission of the mint mark is a rare occurrence, and while there are still debates among experts about why it happened, it has undoubtedly contributed to the coin's rarity and value. The 1966 quarter stands out as a unique piece of U.S. coinage, especially for those who are passionate about collecting rare minting errors or limited edition coins. Beyond the minting anomaly, the design of the 1966 quarter remains consistent with the rest of the Washington quarter series. The obverse side of the coin features a left-facing profile of George Washington, with the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the year, 1966. This enduring image of Washington has become a symbol of American patriotism and history, contributing to the quarter's widespread recognition and appeal. On the reverse side, we see the classic eagle design, perched on a bundle of arrows, holding an olive branch in its talons. This emblematic design represents the strength, freedom, and unity of the United States. The eagle has long been a symbol of American ideals and remains a prominent feature of U.S. coinage. While the design is iconic, it's the absence of the mint mark on certain 1966 quarters that has fueled much of the excitement and speculation in the world of coin collecting. Coins produced without mint marks are rare by nature, and in the case of the 1966 quarter, this rarity has made it a valuable find. While most coins from this year are relatively common, those without the mint mark have become a sought-after anomaly for collectors. In addition to the mint mark error, the overall condition of the 1966 quarter plays a key role in determining its value. As with any collectible, the coin's grade can significantly affect its price. Coins that have been well preserved, with minimal wear and no signs of circulation, are often worth much more than those that show heavy wear. The grading system for coins ranges from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better condition. For a 1966 quarter, a coin that has been graded MS65 or higher, meaning it's in near-perfect or uncirculated condition, will command a premium price compared to a coin that shows significant wear. Another factor to consider is the presence of any additional minting errors, which are always highly coveted by collectors. Whether it's an off-center strike, a die crack, or any other anomaly, these errors can drastically increase a coin's value. If you come across a 1966 quarter with such an error, it could significantly raise its worth. Now, you might be wondering, how much is this rare 1966 quarter worth? Well, after examining its rarity, the potential for minting errors, and the demand among collectors, a 1966 USA quarter dollar with no mint mark could be worth a staggering $139,000. This eye-popping value is the result of the coin's rarity, the historical intrigue surrounding its production, and the collector demand for rare, error-prone coins. While most 1966 quarters are worth only their face value or a small premium, those without a mint mark and in excellent condition have proven to be incredibly valuable. The uniqueness of this coin makes it a treasure in the world of numismatics, and it continues to capture the interest of collectors from around the globe. So, the next time you handle a 1966 quarter, take a moment to inspect it carefully. You might be holding a piece of American history, a coin that could fetch a small fortune in the world of rare coin collecting. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just beginning to learn about the fascinating world of numismatics, the 1966 USA quarter dollar with no mint mark is a perfect example of how an ordinary coin can hold extraordinary value. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights into the world of rare coins and valuable collectibles. You never know, your next big find could be just around the corner.